Ohio Valley couponer. Today it is Tuesday, June the 10th of 2025, and I'm coming to you guys with Vlune day number 4. We are kicking off day number 4 of Vlune and actually week number 2 of Vlune. Super excited. Hopefully you guys enjoyed last week. If you haven't seen last week's, go back and watch those because it was really good. If you're not even sure what Vlune is, basically during the month of June, I am doing some extra videos in addition to my normal couponing content. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evening at 7 p.m., you guys are going to see a vlog from me, which is basically just following me along for other things in my life. There is some couponing involved, but it's a lot of just behind the scenes. So like other shopping. Going to be talking today about my planner setup, also recipes, just various things going on in my life that I think are interesting to share. That's what I've been doing. I think it's been really good so far. I've really been enjoying making these videos. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying seeing them. So it's been really good, and I'm excited to go into another week. So anyways, though, it is Tuesday today. It has been a really busy day. A lot of work to do. I'm working on videos. I did a Target video. I had another thing I was working on that goes in my Kroger video for tomorrow. So I had that. And I'm doing vlog stuff too, getting things ready for Vlune this week. So it's just going to be a very, very busy day, but already I've got quite a bit done. So there's just more to do, but got to keep on going here. But it's been a very productive day so far. But anyways, in this vlog, I am going to be showing you guys some stuff. So I'm going to be showing you a super easy and delicious chicken salad recipe. I'm so excited for that. So going to be showing you guys that. Also going to be showing you all my updated planner system, which is going to be a shock to some of you guys if you've followed along for vlogs in the past and you've seen me talk about like my planners, because I have to have a planner to like function, to be able to remember things. I'm one of those people who needs to like have a to-do list for so many things. It's just like, it's how I function. So it's how I remember stuff. So I have to have that, but I've had to go in a different route than what I've normally done with the planners. So I'm going to be talking about that. And also, I got some mail to open. Oh my goodness, guys, I am so sorry. I have not been in my post office box in so long. I broke my foot back in March, and I have not been there for quite some time. And I had a couple things there. Shout out to Mike. Mike was super nice, sent me a really nice package, and he was like, "Did you get this?" And I felt so bad because I was like, "Oh my word, I haven't been to the post office." But I can't drive, and so it's just been like a lot. But my mom, I told her I got a package there. She was super nice and went and picked it up for me. So I got some packages to open, or a package and some mail to open. So I'm super excited for that, but a very nice surprise. We're going to start with the package. This is from Mike and Ken. So thank you so much to them. Let's open this up and see what's inside. All right, guys, first thing I see here are ads, which they always send me different ads for grocery stores because they live in California. So it's really cool they send me ads for stores they have in California. So it's always really fun. So Amazon Fresh, that is so wild to me that Amazon has grocery stores some places. I don't know of any in my area at all, or even in Ohio, but this is cool. So Amazon Fresh, that'll be fun to look at that. Oh, are these all Amazon Fresh? There are multiple Amazon Fresh ones. Very, very cool. Wow, it's a good sale price for Barilla pasta, 99 cents. Very neat, very neat. Cool. So they even have their own Amazon grocery brand there. That is too cool. And then also here's a Trader Joe's Fearless flyer, which is fun. We do have Trader Joe's in Columbus, so I always like to get to go there, so I'll have to do that. Okay, got a card. Let's go ahead and open this up. This is funny. It says, "I remember when this was a 5 and dime dollar store, and now it's really not even a dollar store anymore. Most of the things are like $1.25 or $1.50. Okay, so thank you so much for this card. I did read it, talked about how he broke his wrist and how awful that was. Definitely sounded like a very painful experience, so I'm glad you got through that. But thank you so much for this card. So nice. We got more stuff in here. This was so nice. You guys didn't have to do anything like this. Oh my gosh, I love this. The shirt says, "Follow me to the dollar store." That is amazing. I'm going to have to wear this at Dollar General on my Dollar General video on Thursday. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that so much. Thank you guys. That is so nice. It is a washable paper grocery bag. Oh my word, that is too nice. That is so nice. And that can hold a lot of stuff too. Next time I go to Trader Joe's, I'm gonna have to take this. That is too cool. Oh my goodness. I love that. Oh my word, you guys seriously do the best job with gifts. You guys know like stuff that I'm gonna like. That is awesome. Thank you so much to Mike and Ken for those gifts. I truly appreciate that. Okay, so I also got something from Kelly, the Flamingo. So let's go ahead and open that up. It says, "Hi Nick, here are some extra Kroger coupons I got from my Ralph store that I thought you could use." Kelly, that was so nice of you, Kelly. Let's see what we got here. We got ground beef. We have $1 off when you spend 5 or more on bagged snacks. That's a really nice coupon, actually. 65 cents off of 2 bags of Kroger brand bagged snacks. That could come in handy as well. $5 when you spend 20 on Energizer batteries. Got some coupons for Kroger mini muffins, private selection cinnamon rolls. $1 off when you spend 5 or more on any organic or natural product. That's nice. $1.50 off of Pepsi 12-pack. $1.25 off of Nathan's Franks, and then $2 off of a package of Applegate hot dogs. There's some good coupons there, Kelly. Thank you so much for thinking about me and sending those. That is so kind of you. You guys are so nice. I do want to say, guys, I do read all the comments. I do read the cards and stuff that you send. I truly appreciate everybody who takes the time to do that. It is so kind. I really want to get better about answering everybody again. I used to, for years, respond to every single comment and try to send thank you cards and things. And I really want to get back to that because you guys take the time to watch, and I don't want you to think that I don't appreciate it because I truly, truly do. But I am going to say thank you guys so much. Y'all are so awesome. I truly appreciate it. But anyways, guys, that was fun. Feels like Christmas. Feels like Christmas opening up all these presents. But anyways, guys, I'm super excited to be sharing with you guys about my current planner setup. And this is different than what you guys have seen me do in the past. So if you follow me along, I have to have a planner. Like, it's essential. I have to. Had to have a planner to survive, to be able to remember stuff, because I'm just that's my personality. I have to write these things or type these things, which we're going to talk about in a second. But I have to get these things on a list so I can have it in my face and check it off and remember it. That's just how my brain works. Some people are able to store it all up in their head. I don't know how you do it, because a couple days of that and it's not working well for me. So I need to be able to have things on a list to remember to do stuff. And so I have to have a planner. And for years I did paper planners. So I would use a paper planner, and I've done different things over the years, and I enjoyed that. But starting last year, when I took on more work, I started doing the billing jobs. I was finding that my lists were so long and that things were changing around so much. This is a very a thing that it's hard to set in stone. Okay, on this day I'm going to do this. On this day I'm going to do this. A lot of things change, and I get messages like, "Oh, take a look at this." And so I need to have something that's able to be basically changed around, things moved around on a whim, things change. This gets moved to this day, this gets moved here. I need to be able to have a place to keep information, to be able to remember things, to be able to keep track of projects and things I'm working on. So I needed a planner that was really going to work well with that. And despite my several attempts, I have gone digital with my planning, which is kind of sad because, like I said, I do like stationery and pens and notebooks. I still do, and I still do use them. But for my day-to-day planning, I needed something that was able to move things around, to change things up, to just delete and type something new. I needed that, or else I would just be rewriting to-do lists all day long, and it just would be crazy. So I had to go digital, and I'm actually really glad I did for what I'm doing with it. And so I am using Notion. If you guys haven't heard of Notion, I really, really like Notion a lot. It's free, number one, so that's awesome. There is a paid version, but you don't need it. At least not in my opinion. I use the free version, and I can organize so much information in it, so much information. And it's a little tricky to first figure it out. I've tried Notion before. It was just a lot to try to learn. But over time and watching a lot of YouTube videos of people doing tutorials and stuff, I was really able to figure Notion out and make it work for me. So I'm going to go and show you guys my Notion setup and show you how I'm planning. All right, guys, here is my Notion. So I'm showing you guys right now my dashboard page. This is the main page where pretty much everything either is or has a link to a page to get me to where it is. So this is kind of the main page that I work off of for my Notion. So basically, I do have a monthly planning set up. I know it says October, but I didn't want to have a month with appointments on it just for privacy's sake. It has a nice monthly calendar view. And if you want to make an appointment, I just click this button and I can type, I have a doctor's appointment at 3 p.m. on October 14th. And I can put an emoji. So I really like that. It helps things stand out. So here I could put a hospital or whatever. So it's kind of cool. You can put emojis and stuff. So I really like that. So I just gone through and done that. I have used Google Calendar before, but I honestly like Notions because I can put the emojis. So I really like that. Also, I did make some like heading pictures. I like that Notion lets you do that. So I just took a quote that I heard and put it up here. Then over here are different links to pages in my Notion. So like I have a budget. I keep track of my budgeting in here. Like faith things, like Bible study notes, sermon notes, whatever. Gifts. I really love my gifts tracker. I'm going to show you guys that. So I made a database to keep track of gifts because I buy gifts for people like for Christmas and birthdays and stuff literally all year long. And so to have a place to be able to just quick reference, if I'm in the store, I can pull this up on my phone and see things that I've got for people. So for instance, let's say that I am at the store and I see something I'm interested in getting for my grandpa. So I will go to his specific page on Notion and I have pictures, the price, the store, all that fun stuff here, and it shows everything that I've gotten so far for him. So it works out really, really well that I can check my Notion and see the things that I've picked up and see have I already gotten him something like this. Yeah, so I really love that. It's probably one of my favorite pages in Notion for sure. What I really like about Notion is you can build out your own collections and pages and databases and stuff for what makes sense for you. So I also made a recipes one, which I really like, so I can keep track of recipes that I make and that I don't always remember the recipe. So chicken salad, we're going to be talking about that in the video today. So I just keep a bunch of recipes, and I also do have some categories. I got to add more to this. This is just a running thing I'll continue to add to as time goes on. So I really like that. I also do have work things, mostly pertaining to my billing work. I do medical billing for some practitioners. So I'm not going to show you guys that, obviously, because it is private information. I also do keep track of my clock in and clock out in Notion because it really works out well. So I don't have to pay for like a time tracker app or a time clock app. So I just do it in Notion for free, which is great. And then I also do have this like weather widget here. This came from Indify.com, and they have lots of really cool widgets. So I was able to put that in there. And then I kind of break it out. So I need a place to have a daily list I can just do every single day. I do plan for the week, as I'll show you guys down here. But I just need a place to, okay, here's the things that I want to accomplish today. Very rarely does everything get accomplished, but just to have a place where I have a list of things that I need to do, I just thrive off of that. So I just have 3 columns here. Personal, YouTube, and billing, and I just put the to-do list for that day. Whatever doesn't get done, I'll just move to the next day. I really like that, so I just break it down that way. And then I also have weekly plans. So I made a weekly, kind of like a weekly planner here that just shows like stuff that I got to do, and the same kind of thing, personal, YouTube, and billing work. So I have that. Then I have a master task list, which I really like this. This just stays. This will continue from week to week to week. And as things get done, I'll remove them. But I just put, tasks or whatever that I want to do. And when I want to try to do them, I will put them in my daily plan. So I just like a running to-do list of things I want to do. I put a nice quote here. I love that. Not only should you have a to-do list, but it must become your best friend. That's facts right there. So I wanted to have that. I also just have a content posting plan for the week, the videos I want to post for the week. And as they get done, I just check them off. And also a meal plan. And then down here, I do have a place for some notes. So I can just put, I like to put like, if I'm doing deal prep, I can just put links for the rebates or whatever, like aisle rebates. I'll just put those there. And then I'm also trying to track my income. So what I make each day from all the different like income sources. So yeah, this is my Notion. I really, really like Notion a lot. I've definitely been using it for pretty much the majority of this year. And even before that, I've gotten really into it, and it just works out well. I do like pen and paper planning, but with how crazy things are and how things move around so much, it just works out really, really well for me in Notion. So I really, really love it. So that's my Notion, and I'm just a big fan of it. I think it's really great, and you can change things around, which I do change things often as they, fit my needs and as things come up and whatever that would work better. That's what I kind of like about Notion is it's not like a deal breaker to make mistakes or to change something. Like with a paper, you'd have to scribble it out or tear the page out and start over or whatever. But with Notion, delete and just start over. Like it's that easy. So I really like Notion. If you guys use Notion, let me know. I would love to know if any of you guys use Notion out there. If not, you should start because it's really cool. So anyways, yeah, that's what's up with my planning system. But now I'm going to show you guys how to make some super easy, delicious chicken salad. It's so good. So let's do that. All right, guys, super, super easy chicken salad. So you're going to need 3 cooked chicken breasts. You're going to also need some celery, You're going to need some onion. You're going to need an apple. To make this exactly like I do, you are going to actually use one of these single serve containers of plain Greek yogurt, so 3/4 cup, and 1/4 cup of light mayo. You could just use a cup of mayo if you want to, and we just use this to keep it a little lighter. Also, you're going to use a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and you're going to use some dill spice and some lemon juice. So that plain and simple. So you're going to start out by shredding up the chicken breasts. I have a chicken shredder I got from Amazon. That thing is a game changer. I will say I did see one of these at the bin store the other day, so you could also, if you have a bin store, look there and see if they have any. But you just put the chicken in and you twist it around and it shreds it up, and it's truly amazing. It just saves so much time and makes it so much easier. So go ahead and do that, and then you are going to go ahead and dice up some celery. So dice up your celery into bite-sized pieces, about 2 to 3 little stalks of celery there. Just get them into bite-sized pieces, and you're going to chop up the apple as well into bite-sized pieces. I like adding apples or grapes to it. Been using apples as of lately, but either one works. Just adds a nice sweetness to it, so go ahead and add that on in there. And use about 1/3 cup of dried cranberries, the craisins, and it just, adds a really good sweetness to it, good flavor. So go ahead and add that in. And then you also want to add in your onions. So you're just going to dice up an onion into bite-sized pieces, not the whole thing. Just kind of eyeball it, honestly. As little or as much as you want. So what I like about this recipe is there's not a wrong way to do it. So go ahead and add some onions in there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add in the yogurt. So you're going to add about 3/4 cup of yogurt. If you buy the single serving one, I just add that whole thing. And then I add 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. You're going to go ahead and put that on in there. And the Greek yogurt, it helps a lot, honestly, with cutting down like the fat and stuff if you are interested in that. So it actually tastes pretty good. So I do that. You can add all mayonnaise if you want. Add the teaspoon of mustard, and then go ahead and be very, very generous with the dill spice. I typically will stir it around, then I add more in because you want to taste that dill. That's what makes it so good. And then you're also going to add some squirts of lemon juice, a couple of squirts of that. So delicious. Alright guys, that is going to be all for Vlune today. I really hope you all did enjoy. Again, thank you so much to Mike and Ken and Kelly for the mail. You guys are so nice. I truly appreciate that. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching.